5.3.
So, Oliver, what is a competency-based question and how are they different from traditional interview questions?
Well, basically, in a traditional interview, the interviewer will ask you questions focused on whether you have the skills and knowledge needed to do the job, whereas competency-based interview questions go much further, asking you additional questions about your character and personal attributes to see if you'll fit into the culture of the company you've applied for work with.
So basically, behavioural competencies are the character traits and behaviour qualities of an individual, such as the ability to communicate effectively, leadership skills, and so on.
Exactly. Now, in the past, it might have been enough to state that you were a team leader on your CV, but employers have quickly realised that this doesn't guarantee that you have good leadership skills. Now, you've got to prove these skills in an interview, and interviewers have developed competency-based questions in order to find out if you have these attributes. In these questions, the interviewer will be looking for evidence of how you acted in real situations in the past that demonstrate these competencies.
But wouldn't a candidate have stated these competencies in their CV?
Perhaps briefly, but not in any real detail, as there's not enough space on a CV to go into any real depth about a specific situation and how you dealt with it. That's what an interview is all about. Interviewers will certainly take your CV and cover letter as a starting point, but then they'll go into much more depth, trying to assess whether you're the right person for the job and the company.
Is it possible to prepare for a competency-based question?
Definitely. And it's essential that you do. Competency-based questions are looking for stories of your actions in the past, and it's these stories that provide evidence of your skills and competencies. It's all about proving you have the right skills and personality for the position.
So, you're saying that candidates should prepare stories that demonstrate evidence of the competencies needed for a particular job?
Yes. And it's essential that candidates identify what competencies are needed for a job and prepare these stories before the interview. Otherwise, it's likely that their mind will go blank in the middle of the interview and they will be stuck with nothing to say. Or worse, they will simply repeat word for word what is written on their CV, which the interviewer has already read.
Are competency-based questions common in interviews these days?
Definitely. Certainly in Western-based cultures, they have become almost standard practice in all interviews.